I don't know how many questions we have left.
9 plus an honorary 1, so 10.
9 plus an honorary 1!
What is the creepiest thing you have seen in a museum?
Object creepy. I mean, creepy feeling that I've gotten in a museum.
Okay, the question specifically states creepiest item. Unless you want to consider like double-headed animal taxidermy or bodies exhibit. That's not creepy, that's fascinating, but
Could be creepy to some people.
yeah.
I'm sure I have.
The creepiest thing to me at our museum right now is what makes you giggle is the table with the legs. That's one of those I'm like, no, just
Okay, so we're gonna go with a story.
Okay,
Here's a story
story time.
with Erin. So I went to the Civil War Medicine Museum. And I mean, it's going through all these things of like amputations and, you know, because Civil War basically was the start of the ambulance and all this other medical stuff. And the thing that grossed me out, see, that's where I'm like, story, it grossed me out. All these things, I mean, there's diagrams of everything happening, was a poster, like the saws and stuff that you would use to amputate. Like, I'm fine with all the blood, I'm fine with everything else, and then I see these things, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. It's not creepy, but gross.
I feel like if we went to the Death Museum, the Museum of Death, or the Museum of Torture, we would be creeped out. Maybe. But that's about it. I can't really think of any creepy. If aliens came to Earth, what's the one museum object you would use to explain humanity? By the way, that question was for the American History Museum in Washington, D.C., and they posted 2 objects. One is a toilet, and one is Oscar the Grouch in a trash can.
Does it have to be from our museum?
It never specifies, so no. I want to be like a pen and a sword. The pen is mightier than the sword. Nerd.
I'm thinking something classical, because I mean...
It's a hard question, and that was the second funniest one I found.
Okay, I'm gonna go with, like, the Colosseum.
In Rome?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you've got the violent side, and that, I mean, can't ignore that. But it's also the fact that, you know, it's for entertainment, and you're caring about the welfare of your people while this...
I was also thinking of like the architecture with it because of how
There you
smart
go.
the human race can be.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna go with.
So, in a sense, you're kind of like my pen and a sword.
Mm-hmm.
Where the sword is the war and the violent side, and the pen is the peaceful, entertaining.
But without explanation, that artifact doesn't really tell you anything.
What item would you loan to Epcot to represent your country or museum? Well, Epcot already has an American pavilion.
Read the question again.
What item would you loan to Epcot to represent your country or museum?
A saddle.
A saddle or boots? What advice would you give to your past self or an emerging professional?
What advice have I given you?
Don't give up.
Never give up. Never surrender. Theory and practice are totally different.
That too.
Don't rely on theory as much. Theory is good, but when you get here and you don't have a budget or storage.
Don't waste your budget. Make sure the exhibits fit in a small space. Love your job.
Alright, that's good for this week.
Bye. I've been to Epcot more than I ever have, because I've never been.